shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Watson now to throw. His throw is going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Back to throw, Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd and 12, Lance. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jordan Elliott coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Ready? Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Watson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Off of play action, it's Watson. Looking deep downfield.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
On 2nd and 7, Lance. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Browns drive about to get started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Take it in at the 22. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes?
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And boy, that was something to watch, wasn't it? How about the way these guys came out here in the first quarter? They really put their stamp on this game early with their play calls, and they certainly look good so far.
Yeah, the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Lance. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And Lance going to throw. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Niners take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. The Browns drive about to get started. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Cleveland. 68 yards. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Faking the give. Now Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper from 13 yards out, and the Browns get a bit closer. Extra point by York is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Let's go now.
And they'll go for it. Lance. And able to haul it in is Kittle. The 20. Touchdown, A gutsy call. 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it, because to me it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air, and what a result. Big-time play.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive.
There he goes, right side. The 40. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb. An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Play action. Now it's Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd have the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
After the interception, here's Watson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Chubb will get the call running left. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Now on 2nd and 13. Watson. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
But you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there.
Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. To throw is Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Watson off play action. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And his kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is down to a field goal. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. Lance finding Ayuk there for a Niner first.
Ready.
Here's Lance.
This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
From the gun, it's Lance. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing now is Lance.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. And his kick here is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
So give him 3 on that drive. Normally you'd say, well, take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Watson. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 102 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
On 1st and 10, Watson escaping the pressure right.
And he's going to have the hook up to Schwartz.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 22, Watson.
And that would get a wide up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
York able to send this one through,
and that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
4th quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago, and it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. A good pickup there at 22. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Black shot.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Ready?
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, Watson. Completes to Njoku. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Watson to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A lot of pressure here for Cade York.
With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Browns who are going to get possession first here in overtime as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week, he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every...
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. What a gigantic interception here in the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, with where they're at on the field, I mean, they're already in field goal range to win this thing.
And the head coach is just talking to the special teams coordinator right now and saying, okay, where does he want the ball positioned? Because that's all you're going to do on offense. Move it to that spot. Make sure you take care of the football and probably 3rd down, kick the field goal, and try and win this game.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And the defense is going to let him think about it a little as they use their 2nd timeout here. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. This to win it in overtime. And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. And we will play on here in overtime.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game, and I'll get it done. With this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And that is nearly intercepted. Oh, that would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, it's just 2nd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson. Oh, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. As a quarterback, Charles, right now all he can do is shake his head. An interception the first time he touched the ball in overtime, and then again here on this drive.
And Brandon, I would think in most cases, if you throw an interception in overtime, you're not thinking you're going to get a 2nd chance, and he did. And throw a 2nd interception. He's hoping for a 3rd, but right now he's counting on his defense to hold him and give him a chance.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
Ready.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers have won it.
Well, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today,